Garden here at the University of Utah.
Thank you. Dick, I've heard about Echinacea. Now, which one of these plants?
Echinacea is really a popular herbal remedy now. A lot of people are taking it. This is the plant right here.
Okay.
You can see the purplish pink petals that are remaining. It's way past its prime, but it's showing the cone because the other name is purple ConeFlower. It also occurs in white too. But good garden plant, very showy and in the hot part of the summer. And with all of those seeds, they will reseed around the garden.
Okay, and then it will just go.
Sure, you have more of them every year. It is a perennial.
Yeah. Now, I've used this before for colds.
And I'm taking it too.
You take it? Yeah? Now, do you take it all the time, or do you just take it before?
I take it for a number of weeks, then a break, and
then
back to it.
Dick, this plant seems to be in full bloom. Well, what is that?
This is Mother of Time, one of the standard herbs in many people's herb garden.
Yeah, and in their cupboards too. I use a lot of it myself.
Sure, and boy, look at the bees. They love the flowers at this time of year. Many of the times are very showy in flower, and everything from white to purple in this rather interesting pink too. Often used for, what do you use it as a tea, I think?
Yeah, that's one of them. I use
it
it mostly for flavorings, and it doesn't look like this. It's a lot greener.
There's so many different forms of it, and you hardly see any leaves here.
Yeah.
Donna, here's the Feverfew.
You're right, that is one of my favorites, and I like to use this for migraine headaches.
Very good use for it. And it's also a very fine ornamental, but you can see the lovely daisy flowers, little white, pure white thing. They're really covered with this earlier in the year. Around it is all kinds of colorful plants.
What are they?
The group that these represent are all called sage or salvia. And it's a very large herbal group. Some of them, of course, we're quite familiar with, the sage that we use for cooking.
Yeah, that's what I'm familiar. It looks totally different than this sage.
And some of them we plant just strictly for their flowers, too. The range of colors from reds and blues and purples.
Purples, they're beautiful.
One of my favorites also has red flowers, but the foliage smells like pineapple. And sometimes,
like pineapple?
Sometimes used for tea, a very delightful tea.
Okay, and
then the last one is...
the one I can't remember how to pronounce.
Okay, it's Plantago. And Plantain is a common name for it. Sometimes used to stop bleeding in a surface wound.
Would you use the leaf for that?
Yes, just the leaf as a compress. Those are the flowers that you see there.
Now, these shooting up, would they flower in the spring as well?
No, but it's not a very showy flower. It's just a structure, and really that's all you get with it. But it's the shape of the leaves and the color of the leaves that we're really after here. Very interesting in the garden.
Dick, now this is one of your favorites, isn't it?
It is, Donna, because this is a plant that's native to Utah. It's very common here on the foothills just above the garden, and we like it so well that we've used it here in the medicinal herb garden. I like it for the colors that it has. It blooms late in the season, just as some of the fall color is showing in some of the trees. Sometimes it's called snakeweed because earlier in the spring you might find Great Basin rattlesnakes crawling under.
How about this time of year?
Hopefully not. No guarantees. This is their home too, so we do respect that. Sometimes called rabbitbrush too, dwarf rabbitbrush. It's related to the rabbitbrushes, but just a fun little plant. It also has medicinal uses.
That was my next question. Okay.
In the literature, it talks about the use of this as a soak and as a tea for people with arthritic joints, and which I have in this hand, and so I'm going to try it and see if I can get some relief.
And you'll have to let me know how that works.
I will indeed.
Dick, thank you so much. This has been a wonderful day.
I loved it, and the sun and the lovely flowers and the light breeze, a perfect autumn day.
I think I'm enjoying this part almost the most, just sitting back, relaxing, taking in all the herbs and the flowers.
There's something very hypnotic about a swing, isn't there?
Yes.
The arches and the swings and features like that in this garden were actually designed into it to make people feel comfortable and give them the opportunity to relax. And eventually there will be shade over here as vines grow over. A young garden, but developing.
And how about those arches? Are they Here for any particular reason?
They're part of the design element, and there are natural arches actually made by the oaks elsewhere in the garden, and so we've repeated that as a theme. The other theme that you'll obviously notice is the stone.
Yes.
Navajo sandstone, the lovely pink soft stone throughout the garden, and that's very deliberate. We like the soft feel of it and its ease of use and design, but also because it repeats the Navajo sandstone of these nearby.
Same stone?
Same stone,
Okay.
exactly. And there are quarries up there that were used in pioneer times and later as an important source of stone for building in the community. This stone wasn't from the quarries, but those quarries have a major historical significance in Salt Lake Valley.
Well, thank you once again.
Thank you.
And it's been a
Hope
delightful
you'll
day.
come back.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Look forward to it.